Hello and welcome to another Blue Sun Gaming video. These just turned up from Forge World. I'm going to crack them open for you so you can have a look. I'm going to share my thoughts. Let's quickly start with the Horus Heresy Emperor's Children Legion Mark IV shoulder pads. Now, I did get into the new Horus Heresy Age of Darkness box, of course, but I also did buy myself some Mark IV tactical squad here. And I've already assembled them with one shoulder pad left off, just for this exact purpose. So let's have a look and see what these are like. Right, well, this little thing was a real pain to open up, but it's done now. And here we have the shoulder pads. So we have 10 shoulder pads for about, I think it was like $30 Australian roughly, which, you know, isn't the best price, but you know what? I figured why not get 10? But it's pretty nice. Little tiny bit of cleanup there on the side. And yeah, nice clean cast of that beautiful Emperor's Children wing. So you get two of these little sprues with 5 shoulder pads on each one. 2 of mine had fallen off, but they weren't damaged, so no harm done. Alrighty, so here are the Palatine blades for the Emperor's Children, Horus Heresy. You get 5 bases, of course, your standard Games Workshop bases. And then inside this little plastic clamshell that was taped, just cut that already, we get our 5 Palatine blades. And these look pretty cool. Now the big thing is how many of the swords are bent. That one looks like it's a little bit bent, but not too bad. Hopefully we can straighten that with hot water. However, I have had mixed success. Sometimes they tend to kind of like bend back again. But the model itself is pretty nice. I really like the detail. These guys are just pretty cool. So he's got the blade in both hands there. The next guy is his hand out. No sword on that one. Maybe it's broken off. Now this guy, his sword's pretty straight. That's nice. Bolt pistol held out. And yeah, they're just cool poses on these guys. They're all veterans, so let's check out the next one. All right, a little bit of a bend on that sword, close to the hilt, but once again, very nice. I like the flow on the cloak or the tabard or whatever you want to call it here. Yeah, on the back there as well. It's quite nice. All right, the next one, he's holding it in 2 hands again, and that sword looks pretty straight. Ooh, yeah, that one's nice and straight actually. A little bit of flash to clean up on these, but overall not too much. Sorry about that. The camera is really not participating properly. There you go. Cool insignia on the front there. Pretty nice. Oh, okay, there's the other sword. We have, I'm not sure if it was just broken off and they put that in a little baggie before or if it's meant to come like that. But there we have another sword, which is also pretty straight, which is great. And we have little shoulder pads and the backpacks. Of course, the heads as well. I'll show you the backpacks quickly. So you just kind of your standard backpack. Look like they're in Mark IV armor to me. A little bit of extra detail on them, which is pretty cool. And then we have the shoulder pads. A few of them have fallen off, but we get 2 of these sprues with 5 of them on. And there's the Emperor's Children eagle on there, which is pretty nice. Oh, actually, I think they're different. That's got the eagle on it. The other shoulder pad, I'm pretty sure is different. It's got a different face on it or something, which I don't really know what that is, but that looks cool. Yeah, look, there's a little face on that one. So that's sweet. They got a different shoulder pad for each shoulder. And then we have the heads. And these are cool. I do like them. I like the sergeant's heads there with the top knot plume thing. Yeah, so pretty nice. All right. That's the Palatine blades. Now, the other one I got is the Phoenix Terminator. So let's check that out. And here we have the Phoenix Terminators. Ooh, okay, so there's 2 clamshells in this one, of course. All right, let's check out this one first. Now I have cut the tape on this already. Okay, so what do we have here? We have bases as normal. I'm just going to leave them in there. And then we have the torsos. So I've only put together the plastic cataphracti in the new box. So these come together a little bit different. Nice detail on them and very, very clean cast, I must say. I really love the insignia and stuff on here, the eagles. So these all look the same. I don't think there's a different one for the sergeant. Doesn't look like it. All right, so now we have the legs. So it's 5 pairs of legs, obviously, with 5 guys here. And yeah, they're sweet. These models are beautiful. And yeah, once again, I'm like pretty happy with the casting on them. Very clean. Only like the contact point there, which is going to be a little bit annoying to clean up, but overall not too bad. Yeah, just really cool sculpts. These, a lot of detail on them. They're going to be a bit of a nightmare to paint with all that trim, but you know, that's what we sign up for when we paint Space Marines, I guess. All right, now next bit. Stop babbling. Here we go with the next one. All right, let's check out the heads first. So here are the heads, and it looks like, yeah, they're just 5 heads. No special head for the sergeant or anything. Then we have the shoulder pads, 2 separate shoulder pads. These are awesome. So this is the winged shoulder pad, which is really sweet. That looks so cool. Pretty nice. And then we have the other shoulder pad, which is just a pretty plain shoulder pad. Once again, all that trim. Ooh, fun times ahead for the paint. Alrighty, so now this is the moment of truth. How many of these spears are bent? Ooh, that's nice and flat. So I am really happy that they've supported that with some foam, because yeah, they're nice and they're really straight actually, which is great. Sorry about the focus on them. See if we can get them in focus. There we go. And beautiful detail on them. A little bit on the back, which looks like a wing. And all the grip and everything. Yeah, it looks really cool. All right, let's check the next set. Hopefully they're flat too. They look flat to me. Sweet. All right, so not much hot water operations going on with these, which is going to be good. There's a lot of little bits of resin to kind of scrape off there, and it's going to be quite a delicate job. But important thing is they're nice and flat. So thank you, Games Workshop, for padding that with some foam. And then the last things that we have are the arms, of course. So let's check them out. So here we go. One of them's got a free hand because he's pointing from the sergeant. But yeah, nice detail. Pretty clean once again. So overall, really nice kit. There's the pointing hands. My mistake. Cool. So that's the Phoenix Terminators. I'll assemble these and yeah, I'll show you what they look like when they're assembled. Okay, and now we have the assembled Emperor's Children Mark IV Space Marines, the plastic ones, and I've stuck the Forge World shoulder pad on right there, you can see. And they look pretty good. This is the melter gun. Now you can see that the shape of the actual shoulder pad itself is a little bit different to these plastic ones, but doesn't really make much difference, as often Space Marines do have different sized shoulder pads with different motifs on them anyway. There was a tiny little bit of customization that I had to do. Sometimes the cavity on the inside of the shoulder pad wasn't quite big enough to fit over that shoulder there, so I did just have to kind of carve it out a little bit more. But overall, it's very easy to integrate into the plastic kit. And they look pretty nice. Now here we have the Phoenix Terminators, and these guys are really cool. I love the look of them. Their spears were a little bit bent on the end, some of them, but it was easy enough to fix with a little bit of hot water. And overall they came together pretty easily. There wasn't a lot of cleanup on these guys. I was a little bit worried about sticking the shoulder pads on, but once I kind of figured it out after the first one, they all kind of came into place pretty easily. The guys here with the 2 hands on the Phoenix spear were a little bit harder because I had to make sure I got the arms in perfect position before I stuck the weapon on, and that was a little bit frustrating, to be honest. But yeah, got them all together. Working with super glue and resin is definitely not as easy as plastic, but they look super cool. And then of course we have the Palatine blades. Now these guys, a little bit annoying. The resin wasn't as good quality as the Phoenix Terminators. It was quite brittle, and I was really paranoid taking them off the sprue and trying to clean up the swords in particular. They're very thin. You can see how bendy they are. And a lot of them did require straightening with some hot water. I did put them on a little bit of caulk because they are a little bit shorter than these new Mark 6 Marines. So these kind of guys are veterans, so I didn't want to make them, you know, look as tall and as large in stature as my tactical Marines. So yeah, putting a little bit of cork on them helps kind of bring their height up to the same level. But I really like these models. They've got nice flow and energy to them. And yeah, overall pretty happy with them. The resin, not really up to the standard that I was hoping, but happy nevertheless. And here they all are displayed. You can see the sergeant there for the Palatine blades. Super cool. Both hands on his blade there. Over here we have the Phoenix Terminators. Looking very, very fancy. The little winged shoulder pads. And then of course the Tactical Marines. 10 of them there with their spruced up shoulder pads fit for any Emperor's children. The fanciest of lads. So yeah, that's the new addition from Forge World to my Emperor's Children. My overall thoughts on these Phoenix Terminators and Palatine blades from Forge World are that the sculpts are fantastic, very beautiful and highly detailed. The resin for me is a little bit lacking, and I would expect more from Forge World, particularly at the price that you get them for in Australia. $90 for the Palatine blades and $120 or so for the Phoenix Terminators, for me is a little bit steep, especially when you compare it to other companies who are doing just as nice sculpts with better cast resin and stronger resin for sure. But overall I am pretty happy with it, and these are going to be a beautiful addition to my Emperor's Children. Thank you very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this. There will be more videos like this coming up in the future, and if you like Horus Heresy, stay tuned for some battle reports. Till then, take it easy, have fun, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.